In the middle of the world where everything has changed, Himawari Uzumaki still believes in the innocence of her real brother. Not only that, her gut is telling her that Naruto is still alive somewhere. Are these details hinting at the hidden power of Hima that was sensed by Daemon? Let's find out. When it comes to writing the character of Himawari, Kishimoto took a really genius step by teasing her special power in chapter 77. I was expecting her to follow the footsteps of Sasuke and become a vengeful sibling who could do anything for the sake of revenge. But it seems like the author has some other plans. Right now she can't understand why a person who was so good to her family, assuming she sees Boruto as Kawaki, would end up killing her parents. This incident should have made her a second Sasuke, longing to kill the person who made her an orphan. However, she is doing something really unusual by training really hard only to help this traitor who has allegedly killed her parents. This is not a normal reaction at all. There must have been something going on with Himawari which either reduced the effects of omnipotence on her or made her realize that something is wrong. She even feels like her parents are not dead, which yet another time is absolutely correct. She is not only right about Boruto's innocence but also the false rumor about the murder of her parents. So how is this even possible? Well, if I had to draw a connection between Himawari and some other character who might be feeling something similar, I would say it's Mitsuki. He was on the verge of questioning Kawaki if he's the sun that will enlighten his moon. However, Kawaki acted rudely towards him and recommended him to stop acting clingy. This must have made him doubt if Kawaki is actually the person who will illuminate his path. In case of Mitsuki, it could be just an observation that he will get over with the passage of time, only because omnipotence makes everything seem so real that even the most obvious inconsistencies get ignored. It seems to the victims that everything has been like this from the beginning, and if Kawaki is influencing Mitsuki in a negative manner, then it could even end up in changing his fate for the worse. The bloodlust desires of killing Boruto only provoked in Mitsuki's heart due to the impact of Kawaki. However, when it comes to Himawari, there is something which is keeping her in touch with her pre-omnipotence feelings. Now you could argue that Kawaki has saved her and Naruto in the past, so maybe that's why she has a soft corner for Boruto in this reality. However, the impact of omnipotence should have let her go of these feelings long ago. But even after 3 years, she still wants to side with the person who robbed her of her parents. The fact that she feels the presence of her father, who's trapped in a dimension where time doesn't exist, also explains a lot about her hidden prowess. So why does Hima feel this way? Could this mean that omnipotence failed to affect her properly, or is she slowly regaining her original feelings? In order to figure out the true reason of her unusual behavior, we will need to find out how Kishimoto made her a great setup for the future of the series. Back in chapter 77, when Kawaki goes to Naruto and Hinata with the intention of sealing them away, Daemon stumbled upon Hima at the exact same time, which resulted in her arriving home late. This scene was actually very well written, cause if she had gotten home early, chances are Kawaki would have sealed her as well. Not only that, Kishimoto dropped the bomb about her hidden power in the same scene. Now that she's able to sense Naruto's presence, even though he's at a place where time doesn't fly, chances are it's because of the same secret power. I wonder if Daemon ever sensed the same power from Himawari after that day. It won't make sense for her to leak this secret energy unintentionally just once in her lifetime. Or could it be that it was predestined for her to release this power right at this moment? Otherwise she would have been with her parents right now. A theory that I have mentioned a few times before is the possibility of an OTSUTSUKI god such as Shibai writing Boruto's fate in order to make him capable for the divine purpose that he has been chosen for. If Himawari wants to help Boruto, she will definitely find a way to him, and it might be a plan of the same OTSUTSUKI god. So what if when Hima was walking home that day, the OTSUTSUKI god infused his chakra into her, which led to the Daemon incident? Let's assume Himawari has actually inherited some special power that helped her sense the presence of her father. If time wasn't frozen in Kawaki's dimension, Himawari inheriting the negative emotion sensing ability from her father could have explained her sixth sense. But having Uzumaki as her last name does not make her a pure Uzumaki. Naruto was 50% Namikaze and 50% Uzumaki, and since he married a pure Hyuga, his children must be 50% Hyuga, 25% Namikaze and 25% Uzumaki. So even though it's not that much likely to happen, Himawari could hypothetically inherit sensory abilities from her lineage, but that would be a total waste, cause her parents are trapped in a timeless realm. She seems to belong to a different tier of prodigies, cause she feels her father is alive, even though she has no clue or hint to back this intuition. Assuming this instinct comes from her hidden power from chapter 77, there are actually some more hints from the anime that are worth mentioning. Like in the special episode when Naruto becomes Hokage, Himawari punches him so hard that it even knocks out Kurama. Whenever she gets her Byakugan deactivated, it seems like she gets rid of an OTSUTSUKI's possession. This means Himawari having the power of an OTSUTSUKI is the plausible possibility and the number one hint to back this theory comes from a statement of Momoshiki from the anime. He tells Boruto about the strong OTSUTSUKI power that he has inherited, but we did not get to see an unusual reaction from Daemon even though he was around him the entire time. So could it be that Hima has surpassed Boruto in terms of celestial prowess? Well, not really. The reason Himawari's OTSUTSUKI power was able to come out so many times in the show is because her DNA has not been overwritten by an ambitious monster. Both the Uzumaki siblings could have shared the same feat of unreal powers. However, the day Momoshiki entered Boruto's life, everything changed for him. By this we can conclude the hidden power of Himawari grants her super strength, a strong sensory power that can bend time, and an instinct that could sense the inconsistencies of Omnipotence. The importance of Sarada, Sumire and Himawari to the plot tells a lot about the improvement in Kishimoto's writing, who once struggled with writing female characters. It seems to me that Kishimoto took the criticism of failing female characters of Naruto personally, and then he decided to make the best written female characters of the new gen. Not to mention, no male side character seemed as interesting as the female trio from the very first chapter of Two Blue Vortex. The relentless efforts of Sarada and Sumire to bring justice to Boruto, and Himawari feeling more connected to her real brother for some mysterious reason, are one of the main spotlights of the show. Not only that, the way Kishimoto pulled off the Omnipotence card by Aida, even though being criticized for giving the story a baseless romantic angle, is also pretty impressive. It seems like he doesn't want his female characters to fly under the radar this time. That's why he's focusing on them profoundly. Coming back to the role of Himawari, I think there is something hidden in her name that could help us to understand her character a lot better. Himawari translates to sunflower in Japanese, which are always facing the sun, and considering Boruto is the sun which illuminates her, there is no way she would have gone against him. A sunflower symbolizes loyalty, teasing at the never-ending faithfulness of the Uzumaki siblings that even Omnipotence couldn't break. It also symbolizes happiness and optimism, explaining why Himawari did not fall into the trap of despair and darkness. Her hidden instinct is giving her assurance that everything will be alright, and she should follow her gut and help Boruto when he is in need. A sunflower even reflects longevity, which means even if things get hard for Himawari, she won't leave faith in her gut and will continue to believe that Boruto is in trouble and her father is alive. There is another interesting detail that I would like to mention here. It seems to me that every character that Daemon has interacted with since his debut is either an OTSUTSUKI or involved with the OTSUTSUKIs. Ford was modified with OTSUTSUKI Shinjutsu. Amado is the one who experiments with these powers. Boruto and Kawaki both are OTSUTSUKIs, which leaves us with Himawari, who also seems to have some celestial connection. Remember back in chapter 72, when Himawari said to Hinata that she wants to become a shinobi to help Boruto. It's pretty impressive that Himawari's will of helping her brother did not fade away, even when things took a universal turn. A dark theory that I came up with draws a connection between the Uchiha siblings and the Uzumaki siblings. Imagine if Boruto tells Himawari that he actually killed her parents under the possession of Momoshiki. This would traumatize her completely, making her hate Boruto from the core of her heart. It must be a heartbreaking moment for her brother. Maybe he doesn't want to give fake hope to his sister, as he knows Kawaki is too stubborn and he won't let his lies get exposed so easily. Furthermore, Himawari sees Boruto as Kawaki, so if he wants to confess to the crime of killing her parents, he will need to come up with a story that would justify his actions as an outsider. Let me know in the comments if you think Boruto will confess killing Naruto and Hinata in front of his sister. Coming back to her OTSUTSUKI prowess, what if the title of the show Two Blue Vortex is a reference to the Uzumaki siblings and their vortex of fate? Boruto being trapped in an unexpected situation where only a few people including his sister are willing to help him really makes the plot a lot interesting. It could be that Himawari will get Boruto out of this situation and then they both shall be facing the new OTSUTSUKIs that are about to show up later in the series. The story could then revolve around the moves played by the sibling and their impact on their respective legacies. I won't be surprised if Himawari becomes the strongest female by the end of the show because of her way too interesting build-up in the story. Now let's talk about the theory which says that Himawari will unlock a Tansengan in the future. She definitely needs to have a dojutsu power other than the Byakugan if she's actually the second blue vortex. Both Boruto and Himawari could have unique ocular powers that are blue in color. Himawari awakening the Tansengan could either mean that she inherited Hamura's chakra from her mother or was chosen by Toneri to wield this power. There is even a Kaguya connection of Himawari which provides a new angle to her secret power. Find out more about it in these videos and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stuff. I will see you next time.